Hi guys, my name is Okoro Blessing Nkiruka, and I'm popularly known as Blessing CEO. How you guys doing? It's a wonderful Tuesday afternoon, and I want to, break some tables. I'm very good in breaking tables and shaking tables. That's what I do for a living as a certified relationship therapist. So this video is for the women. I think the topic is focused on mainly the women. Women, I know you're not going to like this part. I know you're not even going to like this video because, Okoro Blessing doesn't say things that you like. Okoro Blessing say the things that should be said. Okoro Blessing is not here to pamper you. Okoro Blessing wants to give you that bitter leaf that is going to be medicinal in your body. A lot of you might not appreciate me now, but don't worry, you're going to appreciate me later. Because even when nurses and doctors are giving you injection and drug, you don't like them, but they're saving your life. So I'm one relationship therapist who is going to give you bitter leaf, knowing that that bitter leaf will work longer than sugar in your body. Which brings me to the topic of today. Dear women, a man's money is not your money. Your husband's money is not your money. To the married women who are out there and to the single ladies who are out there, your husband's money is not your money. Your man's money is not your money. Stop believing those lies and put your ass to the ground and start to walk your ass off. Now, let's quickly pin down the topic before I go into the matter. Your husband's money, hold on lovers, I'm trying to pin down the topic. M-O-N-E-Y. Your husband's money is not your money. Your money, exactly. So, I want you to pay attention to this video. Hold on, guys. I think I pinned the wrong pin. Good. Your husband's money is not your money. Before you throw your opinions, tantrums, and unfactual realities, I want you to pay attention. Many of you come with this notion of saying, the Bible said, Blessing, the Bible said, what belongs to my husband belongs to me. What belongs to my husband belongs to me. Now, when we say your husband's money is not your money, let's say especially in this part of the world called Africa, maybe in other parts of the world where they have a neutral law, it could favor women. But I'm talking specifically to the African woman. I'm talking to the African woman because in this part of the world, you see that what belongs to your husband, it does not apply here, so you need to walk. Now, let me quickly tell you something. The Bible said, when you marry a man, you people are now together, two becoming one. It's not when it comes to finance. That word is scam in Africa. Two becoming one is not when it comes to finance, because a lot of you do not even know what is going on in your husband's account. Your husband only gives you what he feels like giving you. Your husband only gives you what he has. You don't know what your husband has. A lot of you don't know jack about your husband's account. Even if your husband gives you access to his account, he gave you the one that he has just 100,000. He didn't give you the one that he has 1 billion. Now, why am I telling you that your husband's money is not your money? A lot of you women are becoming so lazy. You're becoming so lazy. That's why it's so easy for a man to dump you. I feel so embarrassed when I watch videos like you are having a misunderstanding with a man and the man is collecting iPhone from you. The man is collecting Brazilian hair from you. The man is collecting handbag from you. The man is collecting your slippers. The man is pulling off your hair. The man is coming to carry your television. I feel so embarrassed for a lot of women. It just gets to show you that it is not your own. Even when it comes to marriage, have you ever seen when a man is having a misunderstanding with his wife? Even the ordinary car a man buys for you, when he's having a misunderstanding with you, he will collect the car key. Misunderstanding, no? It is very, very rare for you to be leaving your husband and you live with his property. Very rare. A man cannot even allow you live with your children. It is now his property. When you are leaving a man will make sure that he strips you of everything he has given to you in Africa. The earlier you begin to face reality, the better for you. Because a lot of you women are getting so lazy. You're getting so relaxed. Those things that the man is giving to you is not your own. You need to be able to sit up and work for what is yours. Work for your own. Work for your things. If your husband or your man loves you enough, let him establish you. And that's why I said, when you are dating a man, you need to look for a man that supports you, That is the first paramount thing you should look out for in a man when you start to date. Look for that man that supports you. Look for that man that wants to bring out your potential. Look for that man that wants to help you stand. Don't be after the man that gives you iPhone. Many of you women do not know the true meaning of love. I have told you this times without number. Many of you feel that is a man that gives you common things like iPhone, Brazilian hair, gives you earring, that love you. It's a lie. Those people don't love you. Those people are only giving you those things to attract you. When you have misunderstanding, they will collect it back. The real man that loves you is a man that supports you. Because when a man supports you, he cannot take it back. A man who supports you is a man that builds you. With or without him, you will stand. When a man supports you, whether the relationship goes or the relationship does not go, you will still stand. That is a man that looks at your future. That is a man that sees your potentials and wants you to grow. But the selfish one will be giving you rubbish, be giving you iPhone, be giving you handbag. You'll be thinking that they love you. No, that's not love. A real man supports you. That's why a lot of you, your husbands do not want you to work. Your husbands don't want you to work. They rather buy you car in their name. They rather open one boutique for you to go and sit down. That's why they can always close down the boutique anytime they are angry and open up the boutique anytime they are hungry. Some men give you these things because they want to be able to manipulate you. When you give people so much, you can be able to manipulate them. Some men are giving you these things to manipulate you. Go and tell your husband, go and tell your boyfriend that Okoro Blessing said the real meaning of love is support. Instead of a man to give you, let a man establish you. That money is using to buy you a flashy car. Let him use it and open a business for you. Let him look for that thing that you love to do. Establish yourself. So that with or without the man, you are established. Some men don't want to establish you because they know that they will leave you. They want to be able to dump you and collect and rip off everything from you. Some men don't ever want to see you progress the moment you guys break up. There are some men that are like that. The moment a man does not like you again, he doesn't want to see you progress. That's why when he's leaving you, he's going to strip you off of everything he has given to you. So he's only giving you those things based on the temporal likeness that he has for you. But the moment the likeness dies, he strips you of everything. That's not love. The real love is with or without you. You can say, I helped this person grow. Yes, I still say it to you today. My ex-husband used to give me money to sort my courses. The problem my ex-husband had was the fact that he was a woman beater, domestic violence. He was an insecure man. He had a personal battle he was fighting with himself. But my ex-husband also had his sweet parts. My ex-husband gives me money to sort my course and tell me, honey, I want you to be better than me. So my ex-husband wasn't that bad. He wasn't all that bad. He had his good side and he had his bad side. But his bad side actually countered his good side because I didn't want to die, so I left him. So when I talk about my ex, it's not because I hate him. No. I'm only saying the things that made me leave the marriage. My ex used to tell me, Nkiru, I want you to be better than me. I understand how the school education works. He gives me money to sort because he knows that in Nigeria university today, you must sort. Anything about school, my ex-husband was ready to bring out his last card to do it. My ex-husband wanted me to grow. He knew I was going to grow. Even if my ex-husband see me a billionaire today, he will not be surprised. Because he has always known that Okoro Blessing is ambitious. He knows. He knows that I'm going to be rich. Because he has always wanted me to be rich. And that's where I respect him to. And that's where I forgave my ex. I don't hate my ex. For those of you who always think I don't hate my ex. Because I tell stories about him. I'm a relationship expert. A lot of people want to know why I left my marriage. I tell stories about him doesn't mean I hate him. I don't hate him. I forgave him because there was some good side of him that I'm like, oh, this guy tried for here. Even as young as I was. When my ex was giving me money to sort courses, I was about 20 years. I did not know anything. I was about 19 when I was in the university. Yes. So he wanted me to grow. In as much as we did not work as husband and wife, he had my interest at heart. I remember a day I asked my ex. I dated my ex-husband for 4 years. And all through that 4 years, we never had sex without condom. Wherever he is listening to this now, he'll be smiling. I dated my ex for 4 years. And all through the 4 years, we never had sex without condom. One day I now asked him, why are you always using condom on me? Is it that you don't love me? He told me, because you are my future. I want to marry you. I don't ever want you to have an abortion. I don't want to damage you. The very first day I'm going to make love to you without a condom will be the day we get married. And that was what happened. The very first time my ex ever had sex with me without a condom was the day we got married. It's to show you that he had my interest at heart. That's the honest truth. He didn't want to damage me because he knew I was young. Because if my ex was having sex with me without condom, then I didn't even know what was happening. Some of you actually feel that when a man is sleeping with you without condom, he loves you. It's a lie. Because he's likely to get you pregnant and you end up doing an abortion because he wasn't ready. So my ex said he didn't want to have sex with me without condom then because then he wasn't ready for marriage. And he didn't want me to have an abortion because he wanted to marry me. I'm using my ex as an example because of my life experience. So I'm just trying to tell you that in as much as me and my ex did not work, I knew where he loved me. I knew where he had my interest at heart. I knew where he protected me. And that is what a real man does. That's the honest truth. Your husband's money is not your money. Any man that gives you food to eat continuously want to enslave you, run. It's not love. You see that person that is always wanting to give you food to eat and does not want you to know how this food is being done. The person wants to enslave you. Because the only way you can be a slave to any human being is when they feed you. That's why when you want to be free, you need to be able to be independent and do things for yourself. Independence simply means freedom. Being able to do things for yourself. It's except you want to remain a slave to a man. That's when you will sit down and a man will be doing everything for you. There's something many women do not understand. No matter how much a man loves you, a man is not God. A man is human. Some of you used to forget that these people you are married to are human beings. When you are doing that, your love. You get carried away, forgetting that this person you are loving is a human being. He's not a God. Human nature will always play. Now ask yourself, when this human, let's not use the word hatred, because none of you want to ever believe that your marriage will break. All of you is always shouting, God forbid, my marriage will never break. My relationship will never break, even though some of them are broken. Now, some of you don't want to accept reality. You don't ever want to believe that your marriage will break. Let's leave your marriage breaking. Let me now bring it from this perspective. Your marriage might never break, but there is what is called human nature. Human nature will always play in your husband and your wife. Now, because of this human nature, that is the reason why you need to safeguard yourself. Sometimes people do not break up with you or leave you because they hate you. It is human nature. It is natural for you to wake up one day and get tired. This woman will just make you vex. This woman that you used to love, this man will just make. That's what makes you human. That's why you are not God. As a human being, you will always be tired of something. As a human being, you will always want change. As a human being, you will always want new things. As a human being, you always want to be adventurous. It doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you human. That's why the Bible said, forgive 70 times, 7 times. It's because the Bible knows that you are human. That your human nature. That's what makes you flesh and blood. Will always play. And that's why sometimes when you offend people, you will now be asking yourself, how did I? Some men actually cheat on their wife and they don't even know why they cheat on their wife. Because their wife is so beautiful. Your wife gives you everything in the house and you are cheating. Sometimes some men sit down and tell themselves, when some of my clients come to my office, they tell me, Blessing, I don't even know why I'm cheating on my wife. My wife is everything. I can't fault my wife. I don't even know why I'm cheating. Some men used to ask me, Blessing, am I cursed? I'll say you are not cursed. It's human. You are human. When you understand that people are human beings, you will reduce your expectation. Me as a relationship expert, whenever I talk about relationship, it's not because I'm perfect. I'm not a perfect person. It's not because I don't have feeling. I have feeling. But the difference between me and you as a relationship expert is that I'm more aware. There is nothing any human being will do right now that will baffle me because I understand that human nature will play. That gentleman, that man that is faithful will cheat on you because he's human. He's human. So when people offend you, it's not because they hate you. It's because they are human. That's the difference between a human being and God. A human being must be a human being. And a human being is a human being by offense, by sin. We are all sinners. Our forefathers, even Adam, sinned. Who are you not to sin? So when you have this understanding, you want to do things for yourself because of human nature. It is that human nature that makes you want to have a plan B. Because most of you don't want to hear What if your boyfriend break up with you? God forbid, God forbid, God forbid. You're wishing me luck. You don't go work. If you want to say anything about relationship, Blessing Abeg, shut up. Now because your own marriage no work. Blessing Abeg, shut up. No, because say you divorce. You want me everybody divorce. It's not a personal thing, because sometimes when you want to tell people reality, they go personal on you. When you want to tell people the reality of marriage, they say Blessing is because your own marriage did not work. It has nothing to do with my marriage. I'm a very sane person. It has nothing to do with my marriage. But that thing that you're running away for is things that are bound to happen. It's like death. It's like somebody dying. Whether you shout God forbid from today to tomorrow, it doesn't stop people from dying. Those people that died, you're not better than them. So whether you're reading God forbid, is it my portion? Your own is to live right. Death will always come. So some of you don't want to face reality. And it's because you don't want to face reality. When reality comes, it blows you on the face. And when reality comes, it blows you on the face and throws you off balance because you don't always want to face it. I'm a woman who faces reality. So when reality comes, it doesn't blow me because I know that it will come one day. There are some certain things my husband will do that I will not move. The only thing I used to tell my husband is, baby, if you have to cheat, let me not catch you. It's a conscious effort. I used to tell my husband, baby, make it a conscious effort. Let me not catch you when you cheat. So he now knows that that is one thing that will break the camel's back. So no matter how he wants to, I don't know how he does it, though I've never caught him cheating, because I keep warning him, baby, if you must cheat, make sure I don't catch you. So he makes an extra conscious effort not to cheat because he knows that it's a warning. Because I know that he might cheat, but I don't want to see it. I know that human nature is likely to play. And that's why I don't put out my relationship on social media. My marital life can never come on social media. My relationship life can never come on social media. Do you know why? Because as a relationship expert, a lot of people will be expecting my husband to be perfect. They'll be expecting my boyfriend to be perfect. So if they see my boyfriend living a normal life, the next thing now they make a big deal out of it. See Okoro Blessing, see relationship expert husband where they follow woman, see relationship expert husband where they do this, they start to judge. But you forget that this man is a human being. I'm a relationship expert does not mean that I will be controlling his life. He will do what he wants to do. Do you now see where sometimes you keep your relationship private? Because a lot of people are so small and shallow-minded. They feel because you're a relationship expert, nothing bad about relationship is supposed to happen to you. You are a god now. As a doctor, you're not supposed to be sick. Doctors are never sick. As a doctor, you're not even supposed to cough. Meanwhile, it is doctors that die of sickness more because they meet sick people. Now, doctors, COVID-19 kill well because they are going to cure patients. So if you are thinking me, I don't have a problem in my relationship, then you are a joker. It's even me as a relationship expert that will be battling with my relationship. Because do you know how many people's problem I solve every day? That sometimes I might solve your problem and not even have time to solve mine. You don't know? You don't know that I can solve so many problems sometimes. I might not even have time to solve my own problem. How many of you have woken up one day to ask me, Blessing, how are you? But every day I come to give you things that will save you. Who do you think used to help me? And that's why as a relationship expert, you need to be careful about the people you marry. If you marry wrong as a relationship expert, you will die. You will die because you will be solving a lot of people's problem. The only person you can even run to is your spouse as a relationship expert. As a relationship expert, if you marry an understanding spouse, you are blessed. Because when you finish solving other people's problem, your spouse can help you. But as a relationship expert and you marry wrong, you will die. You will see yourself helping people, yet you cannot help yourself. Because a lot of times I give most of you my energy. By the time I get home, I'm tired. Don't think I used to talk like this in my relationship. In my relationship, I don't even talk. Sometimes when my husband gets me angry, I will ignore him. Don't think I used to come and give my husband relationship advice like me and you. No. He doesn't see this part of me. That's what many people don't understand. For those people that are sending me messages that they want to marry me, a lot of people want to marry me because they think, oh, when they marry me, I'll come and be advising them. No, if you're my husband, I will not be advising you like this. In fact, I will ignore you. You're even the one that will be advising me. Because when my man pisses me off, I don't talk. I'll just ignore him. Because I don't talk because I have a lot of talking to do in the office. I have a lot of people to talk to. So I reserve my energy for my clients, not for him. I'll tell him, you just stay one side. I don't even have your time. Let me go home and let me go and come back. So most times in the relationship, my husband does the talking. I don't talk. He does the talking. I'll just be looking at him. Sometimes, if my man wants to make me feel guilty, do you know what he used to do? When I ignore him like that, if I ignore him for like a day or two, he will now come to the room or he'll come to the bed and start playing my video to my hearing. So look at what he used to do to make me feel guilty. He would just go to my YouTube channel and pick a topic that concerns the both of us, what we are going through. So he will now start playing it from YouTube and now connect it to Bluetooth speaker. I'll now start hearing myself saying, forgive your spouse. You are not supposed to stay 2 days without talking to your spouse. You know what he does? I will not even answer him. He works on me psychologically. He plays it for me to listen to myself. So when I listen, I'll start laughing. I'll tell you, you're mad. You tell me, I brought your own preaching to you now. That's to show you that I have an understanding man. That's the therapy my man does if he wants to break me. If he wants to break me, he will play my own words to me as a gentle reminder. Don't forget you are a preacher of love. Oh. So I'll be hearing my shout, forgive your husband, you will not die. There's nothing wrong to forgive. What did he do to you? Ordinary small quarrel, you are carrying face. It does not look as if I'm talking to myself. You see me? At some point, I will not start laughing. Then we will not start talking. So you should not ever feel that as Okoro blessing, I don't have I do. In fact, my own relationship problem is even worse than your own. Because most times when I have relationship problem, I don't have people to talk to. That's what many people do not understand. You are blessed to have a relationship expert. So when I hear people saying motivational speaker, and I tell myself, you're supposed to be blessed that you have somebody that comes to talk to you online. I wish I did. There are a lot of us that do not have people to talk to. That's the honest truth. You are blessed that you can come on Facebook and at least hear somebody for free and get out. Because when you listen to people, you feel relieved. People like us, many of us don't have people to talk to. We are on ourselves. We talk to ourselves. I told you that when I am down, I listen to myself. I am my motivation. Do you know I do a lot of videos? Even sometimes when I'm going through depression, I make videos. I can be going through depression right now. I'll be making videos. Because when I make those videos, I talk to myself. While I'm talking to you, while I'm recording, I'm talking to myself. I could be crying right now. I don't want to cry alone. As I'm crying, I'm talking to myself. I'm telling myself, Nkiru, why are you crying now? Is there anything you've ever asked God that God has not given to you? Nkiru, you've passed this stage. Now, remember when you asked God this thing last year, he did it for you, even did it double. Now, instead of me to talk to myself, I'll just pick a phone and start to record. So many times you see me talk, don't think that I'm very okay. Sometimes I'm depressed. Yes. So don't ever think that a relationship expert is perfect. We battle more. We don't even have people to talk to because everybody feels that we are the solver of the problem. A medical doctor was telling me something one day. He said, have you ever seen a medical doctor die of a very terrible disease? I said, no. Wait, he said, have you ever seen a medical doctor? You hear that, the medical doctor suffered from cancer, suffered from HIV, suffered from all these diseases and suffered and died. I said, I've never heard. He said it's because instead of you to see a medical doctor suffer of that disease, they kill themselves. Go and check. You can never catch a medical doctor become a vegetable. You see all this suffer. People used to suffer cancer, kidney problem and die. A medical doctor will inject himself and die before he becomes a vegetable. Go and check history. It shows you that many of us who give help, we battle too. Yes. That's why I never ever want to come out and be perfect. We are battling with something. So you are blessed, you are privileged to come out every day and listen to me. Because somebody like me, I don't even have somebody to talk to. You are blessed. So that's why I block people off my page. Because people don't even know what the battles you're going through. Because when you see me looking all bougie like this, you think I don't have a problem. It's a lie. I do. But even with my problem, I want to solve your own. I will ignore my problem and be solving your problem. I will ignore what is affecting me and be talking about what is affecting you. It takes strength to do that. If you don't have strength, you can't help people. Everybody who is helping you have what they are suffering. Even that rich man that is giving you 50,000 naira has something he's doing. But he pushed that one aside and felt your own was more important. The reason why I don't bother about myself is because I can always solve my problem. I can always talk to myself. I can talk myself out of depression. I can talk myself out of anything. I'm that aware. That's the difference between you. And the difference between you and I is that me, I'm aware. You're not aware. I can talk myself out of any situation, out of poverty. There are some times that I'm always broke. I don't have up to 5,000 naira in my account. That time you said you are begging for 2.5 recharge card. I don't have. But you will never believe I don't have. After I'm driving Benz now. Am I not driving Benz? But sometimes I don't even have up to 5,000 in my account. So the only thing you come and see is my clothes, my shoe. You forget that you see clothes. When it comes to clothes, I can wear clothes for 3 years. I will not repeat clothes. You think I have money. Because I have clothes. My house is, my closet is like a boutique. I'm not bragging. I have clothes that I have bought, I have not worn. I can dress without repeating clothes for 2 years. I'm telling you the honest truth. So when you see us dress like that, you think there's money. Some of us have clothes that we can use to cover our poverty when it goes bad. That's why I like buying clothes. I like buying clothes, so in case I don't have money, I have what to wear. I can still look good. I have hair. I have earring. I have gold. Like, I can guard up and you will not believe I don't have 1 naira in my bank account. So a lot of people, rich people have made investment that you don't even know. Some rich people don't have cash, but they have money. And some people that have paid their rent for 5 years. And some people that can afford to buy fuel, like they already have a filling station they can drive to, and they'll put fuel in their car. It doesn't mean they have physical car. That's why sometimes when you beg us money and we say you don't have, you will say it's a lie. Some of us don't have physical cash. We just know how to package ourselves. We just full our tank. If you just full your tank, you know that, okay, you have fuel that's going to carry you for 1 week. You dress up, you come to your office, people think you have money. So, dear women, why am I giving you all the stories? Your husband's money is not your money. It's time to start to work. If a man claims that he loves you, tell the man that Okoro Blessing said he should support you and establish you. The real meaning of love is that man who is willing to support you, is that woman who is willing to support you, not the one that is willing to give you. Because support is one thing people cannot take away from you, whether they are with you or whether they leave you. Support simply means I want you to grow, whether I'm there or I'm not there. Support simply means I want you to have something to fall back to, whether I'm there or I'm not there. That's what support is. I know of a man that all his property is in his wife's name. And I asked him why. He said he told me that because in their family, he's afraid. Most of their sons used to die quick. So he's afraid. He doesn't want if anything happens to him now, his wife is empty. So most times he pushes his wife so hard. He wants his wife to know everything about his business. He said sometimes his wife used to insult him and say, look at my fellow women, they are relaxed. You'll be telling me to go to the field. He didn't know that the wife doesn't know that he's preparing her. Because he's afraid that he might die anytime. And he doesn't want her to be stranded. That's what a real man does. A real man prepares you so that whether he's there, whether he's not there, you can fend for yourself. It's time to start to do something for yourself, women. That's what is called a plan B. A plan B does not mean that your marriage will not work, or your relationship will not work, or your boyfriend will leave you. No. Nobody ever prays for anything negative. You that is very quick to insult somebody's relationship that did not work. There is nobody that ever gets into marriage and don't want the marriage to work. Everybody prayed for their marriage to work. Now, condition, I make crayfish bend. Why you are opening that your dirty mouth to judge? My darling, nobody ever prays for something bad. You that is shouting, God forbid, God forbid. The person that left her husband a relationship did not pray to leave her. She also shouted, God forbid, like you. You don't need to be shouting, God forbid. Your God forbid should be your plan B, which is your preparation. Prepare yourself. Because human nature will always happen, both men and women. I'm only specifying to women because a lot of women are depending their life on a man. If a man does not give you money, hey, my husband, you want to marry a rich man. Everything about you is about a man. When you are prepared to live under a man, you should be prepared to be a slave. Don't grumble. Don't disturb us. My own is that you cannot eat your cake and have it back. When you are prepared to eat a man's money, you should be prepared to be a slave. When you are prepared to eat a woman's money, you should be prepared to be a slave. No woman who gives you money to eat will respect you. That one is true. If you say you want to be a man that want to be eating a woman's money, your work is just to be knacking her. A lot of men that are eating women's money, their job is to be fucking the woman. I lie. Even those people that are abroad, that are servicing old women, your work not to knock the woman. The old woman work not to give you money and give you paper and give you accommodation. At the end of the day, if you say you want to sit down and be eating people's money, then that means you are ready to be a slave. Don't complain. But if you want to be independent and you want to have a mind and a voice of your own, even if your husband is Dangote. I said it one time in my video. If it is about being comfortable, I might not be with a billionaire. My man might not be a billionaire, but my man is comfortable. My man can pay my bills, pay my rent, pay my hair. He can conveniently take care of me without blinking an eye. That's the kind of man that I have in my life. But I walk as if I don't have a man in my life. Some of you think I don't have a man. I have a man in my life that foots my bill. I say I can conveniently decide not to walk, that I just want to wake up every day and lounge, and I will never be hungry. But I walk. I come every day and I talk to you. I take insults. I am comfortable to the point that you're not supposed to be insulting me on Facebook. Because I'm comfortable. But no. I want my own. The struggle is my own. What a man gives me is not my own. I had that knowledge right from childhood. A man's money is not my money. I was married to my ex. When I married my ex was staying in a 1-bedroom. God bear me witness. No, he was never staying in a 1-bedroom. When I married my ex, he was in his father's house. My ex said, don't worry, I'm going to build a... Sorry, when I was dating my ex, I met him in his father's house. Right? Before we got married, my ex told me, okay, I'm going to build a 1-bedroom. So he built a 1-bedroom in his father's compound. So that was how we were able to leave the father's house to our own house, but the same compound. My ex was already building another house outside his father's compound. Even all the wedding gifts that they gave me, you know, when you wed, I did not even open it because the kitchen I was staying was very small. You know, 1-bedroom now, the kitchen was very small. So I refused to open all the gifts that they gave me because my mom gave me kitchen utensils during my wedding. So because the kitchen was small, I was hoping that I was going to use all those gifts that they gave me during my wedding in the new house that my ex was building. Guess what? I never lived there. Guess what? All those gifts that they gave me during my wedding that I refused to open, another woman is using it. Because I did not carry anyone. Tear rubber. I kept all the down because when I got married to my ex-husband, they did idula for me. My mom spent almost 1.8 million giving me kitchen utensils. Deep freezer, deep fryer, electric cooker. I did not open it because I felt that when I moved to the new house, it's a bigger kitchen I'll display. I did not even open it. I don't even know. My ex is his wife. Ex is his current wife that is using it now. I did not even enter the house that he's building. So when I left my ex-husband, I said to myself, I will build my own house. Not just one house. That was when my mindset changed about life. I used to be that woman that used to think that my husband's property is my property until I broke up with my ex. I did not even go with 1 penny. 1 penny. I did not even carry my own property or Fozie his own. Down to my shoes. I did not pick a pin when I left my ex. I left my ex-husband's house with just my handbag. I did not go with traveling box. Not even my personal belongings. Left with me. It's not his own. So when people like us are telling you out of experience, did I ever plan I was going to leave my ex-husband? I did not plan. Because if I planned I was going to leave my ex-husband, I would have packed my load now. I for prepare. I didn't know. I was building my life with him. Everything was him. So I don't even enjoy waiting my mama give me for wedding. I was thinking when I move into our big kitchen where I don't enter. So these days, when I enter into my kitchen and see everything that I bought with my money, I smile. Because then when I left my ex-husband, I was so angry. I was telling my mom that I was going to use police and go and collect all my personal belongings. All those gifts my mom gave. I did not open it. I was angry. My mom said, don't worry, leave it. Today, when I enter my kitchen, I've been able to buy all those things my mom gave me. As I wanted to go and fight my ex-husband, I've been able to buy double. So many of you do not know where we are coming from. That's why sometimes when we post and count our blessings, you think we are bragging. I don't brag. Sometimes when you see me excited over some things, it's because I never knew I could afford it. When you see me driving a Benz, I never knew in this life that at 31 years I can drive a Benz. Some of my mates don't even have a car. I know where I'm coming from. I know a lot of people have more than me, but I'm excited over my little achievement because of where I am coming from. Some of you don't know where we are coming from. Some of you don't know our story. There are some things we own today that when we see it, we are like, nah, maybe this. When I enter my office, I still have goosebumps because I never believed in this like that. Me, Okoro Blessing, will own a whole office. Not one room, a fucking duplex. But it's not bragging. It's the fact that sometimes when I drive past and I see my signpost, I cry. I still cry till now when I see my signpost because I never believed. It was a dream. When I'm passing and I'm seeing people's signposts, I'll be saying, God, hey, when will I even pass and see my own signpost? You know that point you had a dream that you never knew will come to pass. So when you see us happy over our little achievements. We are not bragging. We are coming from somewhere that we never